So I wanted to then get his thoughts about the core message of his band as well as of himself, and maybe even a few other things. And when it comes to his core message, I asked him about that, and he writes back that he writes pretty much all the lyrics for the band Tantalium, and he tries to build those lyrics around the themes of love and personal relationships, and how wonderful it is when two people first get together and get to know one another, how loving and affectionate they are, and how special it is, and how wonderful the whole thing is, as well as how sad and disappointing it is when people pull apart, as does sometimes happen. And I agree with all of that, and that prompted me to ask him a follow-up question about any personal experiences that he's had in his own life that would lead him to write about those sorts of things in his songs. And from a personal perspective, he writes me back talking about largely about his experiences in other bands, how sometimes he feels like they've taken advantage of him when he's gone in and written songs and made what he feels like is a really solid contribution to some band, and then they take what he's done for them and then they move forward and move on without him, and how disappointing he's found that, but at the same time how happy he is now with the people he has around him in Tantalium. I found those two answers to be very interesting. The first one, he talks about much more, it sounds like he's talking about personal relationships. And in the second question, he talks about it more from the perspective of his band. And at first I thought that was just because he was reluctant to get too personal on a question like that, which I thoroughly respected. But then as I thought about it more, it occurred to me they're really one and the same. When you're in a band, there is a certain chemistry that you have with the other members, and it is every bit as real as any sort of personal relationship that you could be in. And it is wonderful when everybody's clicking and when it's all working the way it's supposed to. And as wonderful and satisfying as that experience is, it's also just as sad and heartbreaking when it doesn't work out, as is sometimes the case. Finally, I wanted to ask him about new material, upcoming shows, and all of those sorts of things. And he writes back that first of all, they just got a brand new guitarist, a gentleman named Jesse Wright. They're looking to upload 3 brand new songs to their MySpace page this month, and they're going to be doing a show somewhere in Northern California on September 23rd. So if you're in that area, you want to make sure and check this out. Once again, his MySpace page is myspace.com/Tantalium. I want to tell you, I think it's very well done. The whole page is very professionally organized, top to bottom. Justin closes this out by expressing his appreciation to me for taking the time to interview him. And Justin, I would just like to say I appreciate that, but really it should go the other way. I'm the one who should be thanking you. I think you're for real. I think your band's for real, and I believe in it. And I'm thrilled that you've got me in on the ground floor of it. And I'll definitely be watching and cheering you on every step of the way as you go on your way towards success. So with all of that, it's been a pleasure. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and I'll be back very soon. Till then, Steve out.